Welcome to Beyond Wednesdays. I'm just joking. I know we're here for Nearing Nirvana for episode 41 of Long Story Short. It's because I hosted Beyond Wednesdays last night, right? So, but yeah. How's everyone's Thursday going so far? Short business week, right?
Short business week, but busy as hell. Busy as hell.
Yeah.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here talking about some comic books.
I have like 5 projects going on all at once right now. And then one's failing really bad, but that's another story for a different show.
I mean, that's life. You roll. You just roll with it.
Yeah, just kind of go with it. If I can complete something, cool. And I have work on Sunday. Oh, yeah. But it's all good because I'm going to the baseball game right after that.
Oh, who are they playing?
They're playing the Angels.
Ooh,
all right.
Yeah.
Otani, man.
Yeah, I'm taking my mom to the baseball game because I haven't been to a game yet this season, and this is her Mother's Day gift.
Wow,
late Mother's Day. Yeah,
very
take
nice.
care of your mom, bro.
Yeah, well, she's gonna get an extra handbag from the game. They're doing. The
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's handbag day.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what it's actually called. It's not like a full purse, but like like a little wallet thing that you put it in a purse.
All right.
So,
Is it see-through?
No.
Or it has Astro logo on it?
It has like the Astro logo all over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I was impressed last night by Joe's, wheeling and dealing like with his Golden Age collection. Like talk about like high grade books from the 30s, 40s, 50s. Like if he doesn't get top of the census, like that's shenanigans right there.
Well, I was supposed to see him on Saturday. I'm going to see him on Wednesday, but he's my new best friend. I'm talking to him. Hey, man, just trying to. He's got a record collection, so I'm going to check out and see what kind of records he has. I'm not a big fan of the 30s swing, but maybe if I pick up some records, he'll throw in some more comics. I don't know. So we'll see what he has. I don't suspect he's got like an Action One or anything like that, but more books like that and super high grade, I'd be okay with.
We're getting some crazy chat, so in another language on Facebook, so I'm blocking that user. All right.
Whoa.
Do you see it on the
yeah, I saw
yeah.
it. I can't read it, so
I'm assuming it's spam, and then so I'm just blocking it. Yeah.
I see the 100% solution. That's the only thing I can make out really of the whole thing.
And then like I'm guessing like a what app number or something like that.
Bring it, A1.
We're on a watch list from another country now, so yeah. Yeah. So I guess we shouldn't delay anymore, and
let's go. Let's look at some books, baby.
Yeah. But
all right, I'm going to give out the disclaimer, but I get people tagging me now on IG saying I ignore the disclaimer. I just want to let you know, and they show me books they bought from the show. So, anyways, listen. The point is, this is not a show featuring a bunch of books that are to make you really rich. That is not the point of this. We're just talking about some big comics, some cool comics, some rare comics. So enjoy. Maybe things to keep your eyes open for on the hunt. Although these first couple of books, if you find these on the hunt for a fair price, by all means, let us know.
Yeah, snag them up quick. And then before we start, we have a question from the panel, or for the panel. What's the last good thing you guys read?
I'm really enjoying World Tree, to be honest with you. I mean,
I haven't read issue 2 yet, but
issue 2 just came out yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, and I'm enjoying that so far. I mean, it's really entertaining me.
Cool. Oh, and that reminds me, we want to thank our sponsors. Cover Price. Make sure to use the code Nirvana14 for a 30-day membership. Unlimited membership for only 99 cents. And also, I'm excited to announce the drop that Hive Comics and Bird City Comics are doing together. They're doing more collabs together, and I believe the collab name is The Birds and the Bees.
Nice.
Very clever. and they are doing a. Let me see if I can find the picture real quick. They're doing a beautiful World Tree #2 second print 1 in 50. So the Franny cover, and I know I have a picture. I have access to a picture. Give me a second. But you can use the code Nirvana for a 10% discount. And that's the. Is this the right chat room? It is. Okay. Have y'all seen this cover yet?
Mm-mm.
I can't see it yet.
Yeah, you showed that last night, right, Aaron?
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
but
this
it's
is
dropping.
nice, cool.
Yeah, it's dropping tomorrow. So you can use the code Nirvana on the Bird City Comics website. So it's a print run of 500, 250 going to Hive, 250 going to Bird City. So if one sells out, make sure to check the other one. Yeah, but I mean, for me, for reading, indies are always going to be above Marvel and DC right now. Like every week, I look forward to reading Ice Cream Man, Something is Killing the Children. I'm still reading Department of Truth. A lot of Tinian, but yeah.
Bro,
So, but
I picked up. Oh no, I was going to tell you, I picked up Watchmen Noir and trying to read that all in black and white. It's totally fucking different, man.
Nice.
And the book is taller than the regular comic. So I mean, it's just it's totally different. It feels like I'm reading a different book. And you know what made the Watchmen so great? You know, the art was the vibrant colors and things like that. So it's just I'm having to force myself to to read it. I was like, man, it's kind of boring.
I didn't know Watchmen Noir was a thing.
Yeah, dude. Like, so this I
Is
picked
that
it up
after
at
before
Ollie's,
Watchmen?
dude.
Is
I
that
picked it up at Ollie's, and I picked up 4 of them. I opened one, and evidently it came out like 4 years ago, bro.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Wow.
I was going to ask, did it come after before Watchmen?
After the before.
Yeah.
I'm rereading V for Vendetta. Which
Oh,
is
always a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alan Moore. Yeah.
Moore is best. So
Yeah, and there's so much more within the you know, comic, graphic novel, whatever you choose to read it from, than just watching the movie.
Yeah.
Like it goes
and
way
I
in
think
depth.
the movie was reasonably well done, to be honest with you. I enjoyed
completely
it,
agree.
but yeah, there's obviously a lot more in the graphic
Yeah.
novel. All right, let's get into the show before we lose all of our viewers.
Yeah.
All right, listen.
Oh my God. Why, Ben? Why you show this?
Enter the Spider-Verse #2. Anyway, Miles is back on the big screen this week, so I just wanted to kick off some Miles stuff. A couple of his books that are massive, yet not his first appearance. So this is Miles Morales, Ultimate Spider-Man #1, the Fiona Staples 1 in 50 variant. We saw a 9.8 go for this recently, as in, last month, for $5,100, which is a very respectable price for modern. 132.98 on the census, 179 in total, and one of my very favorite Miles books. And this one is very difficult to get hands on. When this title came out, nobody ordered it. It was roughly, if I remember correctly, around 50,000 copies ordered. Meaning on average, most stores weren't reaching for, this 1 in 50. The 1 in 25 by Peterson is also a respectable book, starting to do all right. But yeah, I don't know. There's something about this book that I've always really liked. And this is one of the bigger moderns out there currently. And frankly, one of Miles' very biggest books.
Yeah. I mean, it just screams New York with the taxi cab, action pose within it as well.
Yeah. It has that almost the animated vibe from the movie. Obviously, this came out well before the animated movie came out, but it still has that vibe to it a little bit, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see it being like a Game Informer magazine cover, something like that. Yeah,
but this is this is probably his. Unless you talk about some of those really ridiculously low printed books, I mean, this is probably his third biggest book, I would say.
What's up, Remo?
Just a beautiful book, man. Like that's got to be one of Miles's best covers. I mean, it's just phenomenal. So
yeah, it's exceptionally well done and very sought after. Raws don't pop up anymore, really.
Has anyone on the panel ever ran into this like this?
So I got this in 9.8 for $300.
Oh wow!
In like 2019, only because I liked it.
Yeah,
I still have it tucked away. I mean,
oh, you still have it? Oh, good. Oh, okay.
Joe's like, I have a $5,000 Golden Age book to trade you for.
Yeah, no, I got this for like $300. I think it was 2019. It was before, comics went crazy during the pandemic and all that stuff. But I don't know why. I just snagged it. I liked it and grabbed it, and then this book has gone absolutely bananas ever since. Maybe one of my best buys.
And so I have a question for you as well, Carter. So Remo wants to know how Sylvester's doing.
I just fed her.
Nice.
She might not be coming around.
And then second question, how many of these do you have tucked away in your collection?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I ain't got shit to say about this book.
Okay.
You never found it, Carter. I figured if anybody...
I have nothing to say about this book.
Okay. It's a sore subject. Got it. Move on. All right. Next book.
Sounds like a jilted love story that we might need to dig into a little bit. But, all right. This is one that I passed up for 50 that I still kick myself for. Spider-Man number 12 by Richard Eisenhoff. This is a 1 in 25 variant. This book hasn't sold in 9.8 for a little while. 1,100 back in April of 2021, so over 2 years ago now. Only 28 9.8s on the census. I mean, that black cover is very, 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 very tough. If you've ever seen this book, it's always scuffed to shit, it seems. But yeah, just another major Miles book. This one with Spider-Gwen on it. Yeah, just a beautiful one. I remember saying no to this thing for 50, and I kick myself to this day. Now, in full, it was not a 9.8. There was definitely scuff on it, but still, I still kick myself for passing this one up.
I would be willing to spend $50 right now on the foreign edition.
Yeah. So I've got a foreign edition that Josh hooked me up with.
Nice.
I don't know if I have it here somewhere, but I do have a foreign edition. But it's thicker. It's more of like a trade paperback size. But yeah, I kick myself for saying no to this one.
So yeah, so we're starting off with a rich list at the beginning. So to make
sure we're gonna get down to the cheap stuff real soon.
We're bringing it up a challenge, like, hey, if you're gonna buy books on eBay while watching the show,
go for it.
Like, go for it. We'd be impressed. We'll give you a round of applause and everything, and then, feel free to tag us and like, it's like, yeah, I just spent $5,000 because of Long Short. So,
yeah, we're gonna come out of the gates guns a-blazing with some major bangers. So. And like I said, full respect for Miles. I mean, listen, there's word now that Sony's in developing a live action. Fingers crossed they don't fuck that up. Yeah, listen, Miles, I don't think Miles is going anywhere. So
at least nowhere fast, right? I mean, he's had 2 Jordans drop already. Right?
Yeah, I mean, who else can say that? Plus, he rocks some cool Adidas on top of that. So
without even spending time on the court, it's pretty impressive.
I talked about this book on Instagram. Like I compared which one you'd rather have, that or the 1 in 50 Strange Academy cover.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot. What was your answer, Ben?
I think I'm taking this. The 1 in 50 Strange Academy I like a lot. I like the Breakfast Club homage, which honestly I missed when that book first came out. I didn't connect that for whatever reason. But I think the 1 in 25 for me is the best cover of all of them, followed by that design variant, which I think is wildly underrated as well. Like for me, like those books, there's nothing wrong with the 150. It's awesome, but I think it has fewer characters than some of the other covers, and I don't know. It just, I want one. Don't get me wrong, but there's a few other covers in that for those number ones that really pop for me.
So which one do you choose, Carter?
That's tough. That's really tough. I mean, I got both of them, but if I were to get rid of one,
look at the negative space on this. I mean, it is negative space executed to perfection.
Yeah. Ah, gosh, they're both about the same condition too. So it's like, I can't honestly.
So I would.
I don't know.
If you were to have to sell like one of them right now, like I think the Spider-Man one would be the move right now.
Yeah.
Just because the Strange Academy down the road would be the path.
Yeah, Strange Academy is going to have its
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Right.
Totally. Like the beat's still building, as Mel would say, for Strange Academy. Yeah. All right. What else do we have on here?
All right. Astonishing X-Men number 1. This is an Artgerm that seems to fly under the radar a little bit for whatever reason, at least for me. Astonishing X-Men number 1, an Artgerm 1/100 variant. Last 9/8 sold earlier this year for just over $100. Census isn't full of these things, only 130, which isn't a ton. What I found interesting is 71 copies of the 130 are signature series. So he must have been doing a signing somewhere when this book came out. But a cool looking Artgerm cover with Rogue and Gambit on it. Gambit's looking a little old in that picture for me, but yeah, just an Artgerm book that doesn't show its head very often, I don't think.
Do you think people overpass it as a 1/100 because of the trade?
I don't know. I guess I just don't see it. I mean, when I was pulling this together and I came across this book and I was like, you know what, I'm going to put this on here because I just don't see this book very often. So I don't know.
No.
You ever come across it, Carter?
Hold on. I'm in another window. Ugh. No, thank you. I'm over Artgerm. You gotta have it come with a different style.
Yeah,
Well,
but this came out in what, 2000? When did this Astonishing X-Men came out? 2016, 17, something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
It's okay. I'm over it. I like.
Well,
I'll take the Artgerm from like say Batgirl 12 days.
Yeah, well, that's honestly my favorite of all of his works.
Either that or just give me some raw pencils and let somebody else ink. I don't know, something.
Yeah.
But we need to switch that style up.
He
started a whole school of it now, and then all the artists that study under him kind of have that similar kind of digital vibe to it, but then some pop more than the others.
I mean, Chu studies under him, right? Derek Chu, right?
Yeah. And then Kendrick is another artist. That's or Kendrick, however you pronounce.
Switch it up, Artgerm.
I mean, some of these artists get so much work thrown at them. I mean, I think they're just like, all right, I got to crank out 15 covers this week.
They got to go streamline as hell.
Yeah, exactly. I do feel for them a little bit. But, all right. What else do we got to talk about tonight?
Oh.
All right. So this one you don't see people talking about that often. This is
I've never seen that one, man. That's cool.
Yeah, Kevin Wada. We've talked about him on the show quite a bit. He's done some really good looking books. But this is Deadpool's Back from 2016, number 2. Sorry, well, he's saying is back on this, but it's just Deadpool number 2 from 2016. We saw 9/8 sell for this back midway through 2020 for just $31, which is basically less than the cost of grading. Only 13 on the census, 10 and 9.8. There's a couple of these on eBay, and not for crazy prices. When I say a couple, I think 4 or 5 maybe. But listen, I do believe when Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool hits the MCU, it's going to be a hit. And there's always seems to be demand for Deadpool books out there, even though there's a ton of them. This one just one that doesn't seem to pop up very often.
I can't remember if I have this in my collection or not.
I do not.
I was going to ask you.
Yeah. When I saw the slides, I was like, "Do I have this?" I was like, I want to say yes, but at the same time, I don't remember, to be completely honest. I don't think I do though. Like I think I know I've seen it before, but yeah, I didn't realize it was a 1 in 25.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to pick that up, Ben.
He's
sorry,
like,
man.
eBay cart checkout. And now there's only 2 on eBay.
you know, this looks like it could be easily a Phil Noto book. I mean,
has this vibe to it a little bit. I mean,
big time on that cover. Yeah,
I think I think it's the coloring that Wada and Noto will do on their books that stands out a little bit. But yeah, I totally see that.
It could also just be like his general layouts for comics as well too, like where it has that Noto vibe where it's either like referring to some sort of magazine or like a still photo.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think Noto has a lot more books than Wada does, but but Wada's most of his stuff hits pretty well.
Ooh, Joe's doing and saying he loves Wada's extraordinary X-Men #2, the 1 in 25.
I don't think we've ever had that one on the show. Joe, remind me, hit me up on IG, and I'll add it to the show next week if you want to talk about it.
Yeah, I'll write that down to you on the computer I use, just so. Yep. All right. Well, go to the next one.
All right, Carter, all you, man.
Hold on. Oh, Girl Crazy #1. Shoot, is that a Gilbert? Oh shoot.
They did it together. Hernandez. So Stevens and Hernandez both they're both credited on this cover.
Yeah. So the creator of co-creator of Love and Rockets and Dave Stevens did a work together on a cover. I don't know. It's not like it's just something that I just thought was interesting enough to throw on the list. It doesn't go for anything. I don't even have the book, but
I look for when I go digging. I find issue 2 and 3 of the series, but this one's always gone every.
Oh, so it is on your radar.
This one, I like I even grab 2 and 3 when I find them in dollar bins. But this goddamn thing is never there. I'm not sure if I have it. I think I've got a copy somewhere of this, but when I go digging, I never see it in the dollar bins. It's always issue 2 and 3.
Yeah, I came across one, but the condition was just a little. It was a decent price, but the condition was a little off.
Yeah, I want to say these books are made out of the shittiest paper. I mean, they're just beat to death.
I mean, it's Dark Horse, right?
So, well.
All right. We haven't talked about a sketchbook on this show in a little while. Matt DeVoe and I were talking about an Audie.
Is that Audie? Yeah.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. The Uncanny X-Men #1 1 in 75 with Scarlet Witch in Raw just sold for a record price for $240 this week. I wrote about it for Matt's Shakers list. So we were talking about Granov, and then so I just wanted to throw a couple books on the list. His sketchbooks are awesome. This one is really cool, I think. Some go for big bucks, some go for next to nothing. But this is his second one, and who doesn't like a girl killing a giant monster, or at least taming it? I don't know if she killed it or not, but
Haven't heard from Addie Granov in a while.
Well, stay tuned because there's a couple of other books on the list tonight from Addie. What do we got?
He's still been doing work, but like it's not as impressive as like some of this stuff.
Really?
Yeah, there was a window where he was just touched by the hand of God, basically, right? I mean,
yeah,
cranking out just unbelievable books, and then
now he's just like kind of shooing it in.
Yeah,
like, where is it?
Faded or I don't know, lost the pack. I don't know what.
What's the last thing that you've seen him do?
He had something on the FOC last week, I want to say.
Really?
I think it was a Marvel title, and then it was just like kind of like, oh, that's Audie.
Yeah,
okay, okay. So I'm seeing a Captain America cover. That's actually a pre-order.
Yeah, so I mean, he's still getting work. Yeah, but
he's done some Captain Marvel stuff. And for ratios, I think we covered one on the show. Yeah, he's out there doing stuff.
Oh, so is this more of like a hardcover book, or is this something that
I don't think this is a hardcover. Based on what I don't have this, but when I was looking at it, it looks like it's just stapled, and but more of a magazine size.
Okay, I'm assuming that you could probably only pick it up at cons during a certain year.
You can find this online. This one online, you can find it. It's out there for not crazy money, $30-$40, something like that.
Yeah, that's not too terribly insane.
No, I mean the sketchbooks, I continue to grab when I see them. I do think they are still wildly undervalued and appreciated because they're not generally heavily printed, and this is some really cool stuff in them. But if you want to get back to comics, next I think we've got Miracle Man number 9. This is a Granov 1 in 25. I couldn't find any recent sales data. There's only one on the census. It's a 9.0. I think there's a raw or 2 of these on eBay asking in the $50 range, if I'm not mistaken. But some of these Miracle Man 1 in 25s are very tough to get hands on. Others are not. I think the earlier numbered ones were heavily printed, and Diamond dumped a bunch of them, whereas other ones are much harder to get hands on. This one seems to be one of the ones that is a bit more difficult. But yeah, just a cool cover by Addie.
So I like the ones you showed. I think I have one of them, but I can't remember which one, and it's still in the poly bag.
Yeah, that's a good point. These were all poly bagged at the time as well. All the 1 in 25s. So this is another poly bagged one that I really like. I love Tedesco. We've talked about Tedesco on the show a number of times. The coloring on this one I think is really good. So this is Miracle Man number 6. No recent sales data to talk about. 2 copies graded on the census. But this book is just really stunning if you ever find it in person.
Man, that's a banger, dude. Wow.
Yeah, Tedesco is another level.
He's a fucking beast, dude.
And a super nice guy too.
And he's a beast. Yeah.
I look for these all the time. A lot of you can find these 1 in 25s tucked in back issue bins in like variant boxes and stuff for really reasonable prices. I just think the dealers don't give a shit about it. And there were so many good artists who did.
Yeah, there's the Peach did one, and I know I picked up a Paul Pope one. I think that one's a 1 in 25, and I got the Adam Hughes.
Yeah,
but I've never seen this Tedesco.
Yeah, I've got this one. I found this one for nothing. At one point, like $5 or $6 probably. But yeah, it's out there. But I think this is exceptionally well done. The whole. If you go to the next one, Aaron, I mean, this is the book that everybody knows from this run. And there was a sale. I was shocked to see this. There was a sale last month for $500 for this book in 9.8, which is an all-time high. And there aren't a ton on the census. 22 and 9.8, 63 total. which is really low for a modern. I would point out that just this month, a CBCS 9.8 sold for 152. So that tells you what people think about CBCS still. I would have bought that thing in a fucking heartbeat. I did not see it, but I saw the sale recorded. But this is obviously the Miracle Man 1 in 25 that people know and chase and love.
No, this one's tough. I've pressed a few of them. My own copy came back a 9.6. I was fucking furious, but
the backs are all black on these.
Yeah,
is the
dude.
problem.
But shit, it was a fucking 9.8.
I remember I remember you buying that.
Mm-hmm. I was pissed, dude. It was polybag, and I was like, man, this is gonna be a layup. And I pressed it, and it came back a 9.6. Man, I swear to God, I think I went to bed after I saw the grade. I was like, I was so fucking depressed, man. I was depressed as shit, man.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm gonna crack that sucker. I don't give a shit.
In terms of Hughes books, I don't know. I love this one. I feel like it's a little bit underappreciated. I mean, doesn't feature a lot of the stuff that he's known for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
But there's something about this book that I've always really liked.
It's the colors. It's the moonlight. It's like everything, man. I mean, that's one of the. To me, that's one. Whenever he's, toned it down, he's dialed it back. It's like really some of his best stuff. Yeah. I mean, like the Supergirl cover, it's not really over the top or, everything's sticking out. It's just really simple. The
only thing that I could tell that it's a signature Hughes is the outline of the character, where it has like the thicker lines, and then but it's really cool how he enhanced it with the glow of the moon. On
totally.
Yeah. But I mean, like at first glance, like when I just kind of glanced at it, I was like, I wouldn't have thought Hughes. Like just looking at it.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it long enough, you can definitely pick up a lot of his trademarks. But yeah, at first glance, you might not think Hughes. But yeah, I do like these Miracle Man 1 in 25s. There's so many amazing artists who did covers for these books. You could spend a lot of time. We talked about the Perel, which is a goddamn ghost, on a previous show. There's a lot of them out there worth looking for. All right, let's keep the show going. All right, Carter, this is all you, man.
Black Cat, something. I'm pretty sure you know more about this book than I do, because I just kind of I was at a store and I took a picture of it and I kept it pushing. But so this is based on the original Black Cat from Harvey Comics. And what did I want to say about this? Oh, so it came out in 95. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
It's beautiful. I mean, I think this is pretty thick. This is like 64 pages or something like that, but it has
it's a reprint.
Well, it has reprints and a new story and a new story in it. And
yeah, I was just like, oh, that's a terrific cover. I know it doesn't go for anything, but I just thought the cover was cool.
It's awesome, yeah, by Greg and Tim Hildebrandt. Just an awesome book.
I'm the type that I'll pass up a book and then I'll just wait for it to get hot and then I'll try to double back and find it. That's the game I play.
I tried that and I waited a year before going back to that store, and it was nowhere. That book was nowhere to be found. Where it's like kind of like I don't want to pay that much for it. And then, like, you think about it, you're like, I kind of want that now.
Yeah.
But then I found some other good stuff.
My success on backtracking is fucking terrible.
Let me tell you, and it's paid off more than anything. But like, if I got a feeling like that could be a book or it's important, or I if I even want to put it back, I said, nah, I'm going to fucking take it. You never know.
Trust your
And
instincts, right?
because you never know. I mean, I don't take a chance, especially now, like if you're talking like $300-400, well, there's going to be like, but if you're talking like this book, probably Carter was what, under $10 when you saw it?
I think it was like $5.
Bro, you should have picked it up. Come on, $5, dude.
You watch Bro Carter's show, he's cheap, man. He doesn't he doesn't like to overspend, man.
You know his nickname, right?
Mercenite?
No, El Cheapo, right?
Yeah.
I ain't calling him that.
But the only problem I have with this book, it's nothing but like spine and boobs, right? Like just the position of her body, like it kind of throws.
He was going for something.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's kind of messed up, but let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going. All right, Carter, another one, man.
This is
okay.
Yeah, Ninjak 4. So, this is a Sauvage variant. So I came across this book a couple years ago at a convention, but I never even like cracked it out. I just showed the image to Ben, and I leave it to him to figure out the facts on it. And so this is so when I saw the cover, I really didn't think it went for anything, but I just kind of knew like Ninjak covers at the time, they were kind of like whatever. But I believe, what is this, a Roku cover? Maybe, possibly, maybe.
Yeah, that might be Roku, maybe.
Yeah, but I just like, what? It's a simple, it's a tasteful image. So let's go with it. Let's throw it up on the list.
It's a great looking book. I have never found it, but yeah, some of these Valiants are fun to hunt for.
So yeah, especially like I would say from like 2012 to 2015.
What was the Roku cover? It was the second print that was really tough to find.
Yes, I think it might. I think it was number 2, maybe.
You think you're right. I think it's number 2.
And I forget what artist it was, but it was like a very well rendered cover.
Beautiful book. We've covered it before. I'm going blank.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So let's show some more Ninjak love here.
All right. What else do we got? Here you go, Carter. I did like this one a lot.
Yeah, this is another book that doesn't go for anything, and this is another book I'm playing a very dangerous game with. Vampire PA, Vampire PA number 1. It's just a nice, well-rendered cover to throw up on the list. Doesn't go for anything.
It's the kind of book I grab out of the back issue bins all the fucking time. Like, if I saw this, it would be coming home with me.
So, Vampire, Pennsylvania, is that the same city that's next to Hershey?
It's actually next to Moon, PA.
Oh. I need to spend more time in the East Coast, is what it really sounds like.
Come see us, man. Come see us. We'll take care of you.
Man, I don't miss the winters. I used to live in Warminster, PA. I lived there for about 6.5 years. So
yeah,
I don't miss the winter.
Yeah, that's the only thing I worry about living in Texas for so long. That like if it's anything below 80, it's cold to me, and then everyone laughs at me that it's cold, and it's like come down to Texas and let me know how you feel about the 100-degree weather, and then it feels like 100 and whatever with all the humidity.
It's like, what do you do? What do you do? High heat and humidity, or blistering cold? Which one? What do you do?
Yeah, California's too expensive to live in, right?
I wouldn't change the weather because it helps with the pressing and stuff like that. So.
Tip from the presser.
That's why Joe's books always come out the best.
Yeah.
All right, this was from Tony. Tony, if you're in the chat, anything you want to say about this one, hit us up, man. So this is Screen Thrills Illustrated from June 1962. Tony said he's been buying a lot of magazines lately. He said this book had a horror vibe, but he didn't think that was the intention when it came out. He thinks that was just happened to come out that way, given the creepy dude smiling there. But
I'll tell you, Tony's been picking up magazines like Josh and International Books, man. Like,
Oh yeah.
he's starting to build a pretty eclectic collection, man.
yeah, he's got a good eye.
And
I
he's
think I would
picking up from the
definitely
right
grab
time
this
period.
if I saw this thing out digging, but magazines, I always look at them whenever I go to stores, but they're few and far between.
Mm-hmm.
They're extreme hit or miss. I noticed. Like you'll see a mag with an amazing cover, and you just be like, ugh. It's not. It doesn't go for anything. It's not. It's not like a steal or any. It's not like highly collectible.
I feel like those tables are turning though for that that kind of stuff, especially with like, I mean I've said it before, but like with CGC and CBCS both ramping up, hey, we're grading magazines now. I think they're I'm not saying developing a market, but I think a lot more people are putting eyes on the market for magazines.
There'll be a day. There'll be a day where you'll see magazines start to flood the market, like key books. Like so.
Dang. 30, 50 for a 1-bedroom apartment. That is
Where's
insane.
that at?
In Cali.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man.
That's insane. You could buy like almost like a McMansion here for your mortgage at that price.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I think I'll stick to Texas then. Like seeing like rent cost of that much. Like
I don't know. I mean, Texas is going to be. I mean, everybody from California seems to be moving to Texas, from what I'm reading. So I don't know.
Bro, they won't insure your home in California, is what I heard.
So that's Austin, because that's like they're having a tech boom there again, or they've been having a tech boom for the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
It started with Dell, but now Tesla's, bringing all the batteries.
Dude, people in Austin say, please don't move to Austin. They have signs, please don't move to I'm serious. They say there's no room.
Yeah. And it's not keep Austin weird anymore. It's keep the Californians out.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. What else do we have to talk about tonight? This is a new book, which we occasionally talk about on the show, but not that often. Hunter, the Ninth Wonder, threw this book out there. This is the Power Girl Special #1, the Taj Tenfold 1 in 50 variant. Just hit on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, or Tuesday when DC books technically come out. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, just a cool book that Ninth wanted to talk about, but he's not here, so we got to make it up for him.
Yeah, him and I were chatting about this a little bit. He noticed that this is a new and upcoming artist, Taj Tenfold. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name. I probably am. I haven't done the research on this though, but he's thinking that this might be an artist first. So, I mean, if they're throwing down like a great cover like this for Power Girl, I could see like work coming up for him. For them. Yeah,
this is pretty decent. Although is she wearing those goggles or sunglasses? I want to say I haven't seen. It seems to be an addition maybe for this artist. I want to see. I've seen other covers where she hasn't had those on, but
yeah.
She looks like a bitchy girlfriend that cannot be bothered.
Or would she have a case of a little bit of the RBF? Have you heard that term before?
Yes. No, I don't think.
Resting.
Oh, resting bitch face. Oh, yeah.
I'm not a part of this conversation.
Before we get canceled,
I'm being watched, bro.
Are you?
Should we go on to the next book before we?
Yeah.
All right, Spirit number 7. Carter, was this? Did you pitch this one to me?
Yeah. This is another one. This is a really cheap book. Doesn't go for anything. I came across a run of the Spirit where each cover was probably better than the next, and it had slightly risque material, and it was all done by, I believe, different artists. And it was all from this series here from 2007, and so I just went ahead and picked this one just because. So this is a Darwin Cook cover, and so Spirit number 7 from 2007, Darwin Cook cover, and I don't know. I was just figured, hey, let's throw it up on there.
I mean, all these girls tearing his clothes off. I mean, he's got to file a,
Restraining order.
locked up. I mean,
Yeah, it's like, hey man, they doing things to me. These sexy ladies doing things to me, man. You got to put them away. We can't have that.
we'll lock him up. Yeah, this is
Put
brilliant.
them away.
He must be at a Texas beach party or something.
Yeah, this is this book is brilliant. I love it. Exceptionally well done.
Yeah, because I figure, the Spirit, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that big of a fan of the Spirit, but this is a good cover.
Yeah, this seems to be a beat building for Cook's books, though, too. They're just like slowly starting to get gobbled up.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No, I saw this for 50 cents and I did buy it.
Okay.
50 cents, man. You should be locked up for not buying it. So,
I played no games with that one.
Quava Comics with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much. He says, "Keep up the great work, fellas." Thank you so much. I will,
Thanks, brother.
if I remember, I will play a song at the end of the show.
All right. What's
up, Richie? Let us know if
hey,
you want to
Richie,
leave.
what's up, brother?
Richie.
I'm going to start sending him a weekly invite too.
Yeah, man. Hop on, Richie, if you're around, man. We'd love to have you on.
Yeah. And yeah, make sure the sub up to
Hey, I
Spec
just picked
Media.
up that cover. Son of a bitch.
Did you? I think this might have been 9th.
Yeah, that was 9, but I picked up that cover a couple of weeks ago, man.
Yeah,
I was
man.
like,
It's a beautiful jock
yeah.
cover. Criminally undervalued, I think. But the Incredible Hulk's number 626 by Jock. I didn't put graded copies on here because there really aren't any for the most part because people aren't grading it. But yeah, what a badass looking book.
Mm-hmm.
This gave me the vibes of the Wolverine 8.
Yeah.
Like seeing Hulk
Same
in the
kind of
tuxedo.
thing.
Yeah, Hulk in the
I'm
tuxedo.
Sure he kind of.
Yeah, but you also don't see Jock doing a lot of Marvel books.
Yeah, no, he's done a lot of. Yeah, he's known for his DC stuff, right? For the most part.
Yeah. So when I saw Jock as the cover artist, I was like, kind of like, all right, screenshot. This is on my want list now.
Yeah, I know.
These are out there.
Yeah, I know. One other Marvel book that he's done.
Which one is it? Yeah.
We'll talk about it. We can talk about it next week.
Okay.
We'll
save that for another show. We'll save that
we're gonna tickle that booty with a feather.
Tune in to a future show if you want to get the answer to that riddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then refer back to which episode we said that on. Because none of us will remember.
All right, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you on Wednesday.
Oh, okay. So we can talk about it next week.
Yeah.
All right. Cool, man.
Oh, nice. All right.
Let's see what else we got. All right.
Hey,
this was
I got that one too.
This is user,
this is your week, Joe.
User submission. E-Man Tony Smokes. He's submitted books for us in the past. He's like, hey, can you throw this one on here? So this is Beautiful Killer number 0. This was a Wizard World East exclusive. It was limited to something. I couldn't figure out exactly what that something was. So if anybody knows, please let us know. This is obviously done by the legendary Adam Hughes. Surprisingly, there's only 9 copies of these on the census, 79.8. And that really surprised me. I figured there'd be more. But there's not.
I've come across this book. I saw one at the blowout sale, and I saw another one for 50 cents. These are really cheap. These don't go for no. These go for absolutely nothing.
That one's autographed, man.
Yeah.
Well, and this is like a precursor to like the design variants too, right?
Is that Palmiotti autograph
Yeah.
on there too? Yeah, okay. Or no, that's that is Palmiotti.
But they don't all come like that. But like you said, Aaron, precursor to the design variant. So
yeah, and that's kind of like what I see like in the background. Like if all you have to do is minimize the trade, probably take out a little bit more color, and then boom.
Yeah.
Design variant.
Yeah, cool Adam Hughes book. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely a cool book.
For the submission, man. We appreciate it. Thank you for watching. And hit us up with any books you want to talk about in the future.
Oh, and it has a Phil Noto credit too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think he's got a cover. He's got a cover too.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Archie 646. This is an Andrew Pepboy cover B. This was also a submission from a viewer, and I couldn't remember who it was. So if you're watching, I feel terrible. I apologize. But if you're watching, hit me up. I went through a number of IG DMs, and I couldn't figure out who it was. So my apologies. But this is a badass book. We saw 9.8 of this go for 219 last month.
Wow.
Only 18 on the census, 6 in total. Just a really, really cool Archie book. If you like that, Astro Punk, Atom Punk vibe.
Any idea when this came out?
So these Archie, 2014 maybe.
Oh, yeah. So we're going the old numbering. So yeah, pre 2015. Okay.
Yeah. This reminds us of that Bruce Timm cover with the aliens and the girl.
Yeah, just the space girl, aesthetic that's just so popular in comics makes this thing super attractive.
Man, did we see that in Bedrock, Aaron? That cover? That looks really fucking familiar, dude.
I need to go back and check.
Son of a bitch.
But didn't you? But I think you might be thinking of those Odd Worlds that you picked up as well.
No, not the Dave Stevens stuff. Like when we were scooping through all those, they had a run of like every kind of Archie, and I'm yelling at Aaron, dude, open up a price guide, dude.
Look it up. Is this anything?
Yeah, because they were cheap, man.
Yeah, but I want to say they mainly had more of the A covers than they did like any of the variants and stuff like that.
Man, coming across Archies, man, that if you come across a stack of Archies at the store, it's like daunting
to go through them all. It's unreal, man. It's
my Archie search is always okay. Any Death of Archie books covers I don't have. Okay, Archie 612. I'm looking for that preview of Cad Bane, and then I'm usually like out. Or I'll thumb through. Yeah, I'll thumb through to look for innuendos.
There's so many. The innuendos are off the. They're countless. Every time I go, But if they're a buck, and I think it's the least bit interesting, I'm grabbing them every single time.
Yeah.
And what a cool name for the artist, Pep and Boy, right?
Yeah. But he's done some just amazing Archie covers. Many, many amazing ones. And interesting how Archie covers are super popular and how few people have approached him to do variants, right? These store variants for Archie sell out. If they're done well, they sell out in seconds. And, why wouldn't you be approaching, Andrew Pepboy? Maybe he doesn't want to do them. I don't know, but it seems like a no-brainer if you're doing these Archie covers.
Or it could be his contract as well.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah.
All right. Do we have another Archie book to talk about? We do. Archie 707.
Damn, I love that book, man.
I ain't never seen that before.
Sandy Jarrell. This is a cover C, so it was underordered. I've never seen it in the wild. I've had my eyes open for it for a while, but just a cool Sabrina cover, and I love the vibe of this one. But it's People ask a little bit for this, obviously, but it's hard. It's really hard to find. Nobody's got this one, huh?
Man, what year did this come out? What, 20?
I mean, it was only a few. Not a few. I mean, it wasn't far after the one we just talked about. So probably 2014. When did the number switch on that Archie? 20. I don't know. Probably
because wasn't it like right after he died? Like, so like wasn't that like right around 2015?
Oh, so this is 2019.
Oh, this is 2019. Okay.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, the movie post, the old retro movie posters. Yeah, this is badass. But
hell yeah,
this,
I gotta get one, man.
But this is how you do a headshot variant too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that was it. That was the show.
Was it?
Man.
Yeah, that's a lot of great books, man.
Yeah. So make sure you're tuning in tomorrow for Nearing Nirvana. Let's see, Laura, Jen, and Lucy, and maybe Sarah, I think, and even Joe are going to be selling books tomorrow. Joe's like, maybe. And then on Saturday, we have Saturday morning toy box. Monday, we're back with Team Nerd Herd for cover lovers. Tuesday is comic book window, or comic book women. Wednesday, they have updated the name of their show. It's a comic news show. I don't remember the official title, so I'm a bad subscriber. But make sure you're liking and subscribing to all the shows on this channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any time there's additional content dropped. And then we want to thank our sponsors again, Cover Price. So make sure you're using the code Nirvana14 for a 30-day membership for a 30-day unlimited membership for only 99 cents. I have also spoken to DeVoe recently. He's trying really hard to join us. He just has like prior commitments that he can't make it. He almost jumped on last week from his car, and he was just like kind of like, he's like, I don't know how it's gonna look like on the phone and stuff like that. I would say open invite, even if it's on the phone for a second, just to say hi to everyone. Like, feel free to. Stein is making sure his little one falls asleep on time, because otherwise he'll join us once for sure the little one falls asleep. And then make sure
Jen, we just got to twist her arm.
I know, Jen. Yeah. I think we just have to be like, Jen, what's a bunch of hack/slash covers?
Yeah.
And then and it's like, okay, you have all these hack/slash covers that you recommended. Can you join us to talk about them? Yeah. Yeah. So
you can't leave us hanging.
That's going to be the play. So, and then we want to thank our sponsors again, Bird City. And so make sure you're signing up for their text line so you don't miss like the awesome cover they're dropping tomorrow. The Franny second print, limited to 500. So it's a second print of the 1 in 50. So I'm pretty stoked on that cover. I need to pick up issue 2 and read it. I was pretty excited about the first issue, so I'm definitely gonna put it on my pull box to catch up and read the story arc.
Very nice.
And does anyone have any other podcasts coming up this week or this weekend?
I might do a haul video this weekend. Who knows?
Did you pick up a lot of cool stuff during Memorial Day weekend?
No, I stayed at home.
It was funny. Like on Monday, I went to a store.
Because I should have went. Because there was like maybe a couple of sales, but I just
I mean, I
picked up these Halloween beaves.
Beavis and Butthead. I mean, that's the best time to pick up stuff like that, right? Like when it's off season, like Halloween books to get ready for, the fall.
Transformers. Foil, vato, foil.
I've talked about the store before, but I got this for $15. It's an LCS that I hit on the way home from work.
Oh my god.
15. It's not perfect condition, but for $15,
that's
hell
awesome.
yeah.
How are you gonna say no?
Yeah, that's a book that is like, that's what I'm talking about, Ben. Like, hey, I'm not leaving without this book.
Yeah.
I mean, like all the I cannot tell you how many comics I have, and there's a story with all of them. Like I've gone and dug. I've never had a pull box, bro. Never. I go and pull my own shit. I don't want somebody else touching my own books.
You pull your
There's
own
a
box.
story behind all the digging and like whatnot killed me because they're my back issues and I have triples or whatever. But I remember like digging for that, like shit, and just like going through and it's hot in there and shit like that, and they fuck with the AC and put it at 100 degrees, and I'm pouring in sweat, and I got it, But yeah, man, I mean, people don't understand. Like when you go digging, like that's a thing, and you're emotionally tied sometimes to some of these books. But, I mean, you gotta love this thing. If you don't, like, you're in the wrong place.
The hunt is all the fun, man.
Yeah, that's like half the fun is just like the search, right?
I mean, that's all the fun. Like,
yeah,
now there's like digital, and I call it digital digging, where you're looking.
Oh,
I mean, it's the same thing,
yeah.
you know, but
it,
like being out and discovering and say, man, I didn't know about that cover. And that's why I love this show, because I mean, I'm always seeing a book I've never seen before.
That's the point of the show, man.
The digital digging to me is not as satisfying.
Right.
It doesn't like, I don't know. It's almost like a synthetic find, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong, finding something digitally, but yeah, there's something about being out there digging through some disorganized long box and just pulling some gold out of it. It's hard. It's impossible to beat. So that's what we're talking about on the shows, right? These are books. Like when we say don't go out and buy these books on eBay, just keep in mind when you go digging. That's what the message is all about. So.
Well, and then we're also like approaching con season and everything too, or we're in the middle of con season, right? So, I mean,
you never know when you can meet an old man that has some high grade books.
Oh my gosh. I swear, like you see some shaky old man you never seen before setting up at a convention, you're just like, oh man, you might as well be some butt naked hot chick.
Alrighty, I think that'll do it for us for the night. We want to thank everyone for joining us for episode 41. So we'll be back.
41. Wow.
I know, right? But yeah, we will be back next week, and yeah.
The Jackie Robinson episode.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah, 42. Yeah. So we might have to do some sort of theme, or not like theme, but like overall theme. Yeah. All right. Y'all have a safe weekend. And then next weekend I will be at Dallas Fan Expo. So if you're attending, say come and stop me, and I will be wearing the Astros hat there too as well.
Okay. So how does that dynamic play?
Okay,
out?
so Dallas is Rangers territory.
Yeah.
Houston is the Astros, and
but Dallas, they're not. Let me tell you, in Texas, like we love baseball, but it's all about football, bro.
Yeah.
It's all like you could wear a Mets hat in Dallas and like nobody tell you shit. Like you wear Redskins or Eagles, like.
I had more people yelling at me.
A little bit of a problem.
I had more people yelling at me wearing an Astros hat in Baltimore than I have ever had. Like
cheat to win, baby. Cheat to win.
I think literally like what was it when we all met up for Baltimore Comic-Con one year? Like I was walking into the convention and someone like really turns, looks at me and is like, "Are you really wearing an Astros hat?" I was like, "Yes, I'm from Houston. What do you expect?" And then they're like, "Oh, okay, you're from there." I was like, what does it matter? Even if I wasn't, yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's another story for a different show. Mm-hmm. So I will be on Saturday night talking about comic book drama there. But anyways, yeah. Y'all have a good night.
All right, peace.
All right.